Hey guys, what's up? Jdose back here with another Vikings video, and this is my follow-up to the top 10 best Vikings of 2016. We're going to bring you the top 5 worst Vikings of 2016. Now, it's a good thing we couldn't get an extra 5 to make out the list, but we do have 2 honorable mentions, so stay tuned for those. So let's start off at number 5. The 5'9", 205 pounds of, well, let's call it cotton. Jerick McKinnon, 159 carries for 539 yards, a 3.4 average, and only 2 touchdowns. When Adrian Peterson got hurt, we looked to Jerick McKinnon to be the featured back, and he could not get it done. Appearing in 15 games, and he just didn't do anything. What really stands out is getting the majority of the stats, 159 and only 2 touchdowns. That is truly pathetic. In 2015, he had 52 attempts for 2 touchdowns, and of course that is situational. And the reason he's only 5th because the O-line didn't open up any holes for him, as I will cover later on in the video, is because that was really trash as well. The reason Matt Asiata didn't make it on the list is he chipped in for 6 touchdowns, and his numbers were really typical of Matt Asiata that we were accustomed to. So despite having an O-line, he still put up his own typical numbers. But Jerick McKinnon went from being a guy that would give us 4.8 his rookie year to 5.2 in 2015 to all the way down to 3.4. Now, O-line was awful, but he's getting arm tackled by my grandma, so I don't think that can get it done. So that's why you're on this list, Jerick McKinnon. So that's noted. Number 4, let's talk about one of those linemen, Jeremiah Searles. Now, he was debatably the worst lineman of the year. The reason he's only number 4 is because, well, he was a backup for a reason, and then when he got out there, he was pretty much exposed. Debatably, him and TJ Clemmings were kind of both out there. They're both turnstiles, nevertheless awful. So now, yet another offensive lineman, right guard Brandon Fusco, and Fusco, probably the biggest disappointment on the line. He was one of the linemen in 2012 to help Adrian Peterson win MVP and rush over 2,000 yards, so you know he can run block. He's back in his natural position. Last year we had him at left guard. That didn't work out, so let's move him back to right guard, and he was still garbage. So, Fusco, I'm glad you're gone. Alright, now to number 2. And you guys probably thought this guy was number 1 because he was absolute trash all year long. Sam Bradford probably still has nightmares because he had TJ Clemmings at left tackle. He was on ice skates on a glare ice on left tackle. Couldn't even make contact with some edge rushers. So slow getting off the ball. Couldn't get people off them. And he just looked pathetic out there. I'm a strong advocate that you can't be too harsh for him because he's a natural right tackle. We had him playing out of position, and he really showed. But when you go from being a decent rookie to an absolute abysmal, why are you even on this team, offensive player, I think that's very, very telling, and why you should be the number 2 worst player of 2016. So now, before we get to number 1, let's talk about the honorable mentions. Starting at the guy that a lot of people thought was going to have a breakout year last year, wide receiver. He's now with the Carolina Panthers. Charles Johnson. He had 20 receptions, 232 yards for 11.6 average and 0 touchdowns. Now, this guy had a really nice repertoire with Teddy Bridgewater, but couldn't find a connection with Sam Bradford all year long. When Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs completely outplay him, that's really telling when he's supposed to be at least a number 2 guy alongside with Stephon Diggs. Now, the reason I didn't warrant him a spot on the list is because the only reason he was really out there because no one else could really outplay him. You look at Diggs and Thielen, of course, now then it's debatable if Patterson was better than him. Now they're both gone. I think Jarius Wright probably is a better receiver, but we like the size of Johnson, and we don't really know how injured he was or what that was all about. So that's why he's an honorable mention. Honorable mention number 2, the big man himself, Purple Jesus, Adrian Peterson. 37 carries for 72 yards, a 1.9 average. I don't care if you're hurt. That is absolutely pathetic. I don't care if you're playing against, playing behind a 6th grade girls softball team and you're playing against the 85 Bears defense. If you're going to be the best running back of all time like he's supposed to be, you should be able to get more than 1.9 yards a carry. That is falling over the line of scrimmage, you don't get over 1.9 yards a carry. So that is absolutely pathetic. He only played in 3 games and 72 yards, like I said, and 0 touchdowns. That's why he's only here on the list. And number 1, watch it.
This kick is no good. This kick is way left, not even close. And that will do it for the first half.
From 46 yards. And his struggles continue. And that has caused a lot of angst.
Putting in the building that's up. 47-yard triangle pass. Snap spot. Distance fine. That's great.
Was there any doubt in your mind that it was going to be Blair freaking Walsh? He was absolutely pathetic. Lost just a few games. We might have made the playoffs if we didn't have Blair Walsh on our team the whole year. He had 16. He was 12 out of 16 for field goals of 75% which isn't awful. But then you look at his PAT, which was a real kicker.
Kicker. You get it?
He was 15. He made 15 out of 19 attempts for PATs. That's a 78%, almost 79. It's unbearable. It felt, when you're watching him, it felt like about a 50% chance to kick PATs. And that's supposed to be the most give-me thing in sports. And now, I know it's been moved back, but it's pathetic. That's the reason he was cut after playing 9 games. So there we have it. Blair Walsh, this is my top 5 list. I want you guys to tell me your top 5 list in the comment section down below. And do you think any of these guys have potential to maybe be at least a backup on the Vikings team in the future? I want you guys to tell me that again down below, and we'll see you guys in the next Jdose Vikings video. See ya.